Hey, it's your boy DJ Wolf here, live in the studio here. I got a couple of minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and talk to you about March for Life protest. I want to give you my take on it right quick. Basically, this morning, let me go ahead and do this. The protest is going to be starting. Excuse me. Here. The protest is supposed to get underway sometime later this morning. I saw something on today's show where they were saying that students were polled in some kind of poll where they feared more about the mass shootings, is what they call it, more than racism and terrorism. You fear that more than racism and terrorism. I'm thinking, isn't terrorism the same thing? Oh, it's called March for Our Lives. I said March for Life. Well, it is the same, basically the same name. It's March for Our Lives. But anyway, I'm thinking personally, racism and terrorism are as dangerous as the mass shootings. And it's like they're trying to distinguish, whoever did the poll actually tried to distinguish mass shootings from racism and terrorism as though they don't have much to do with that. What the hell do they think Tulsa was about back in the early 1920s? What the fuck do they think that was? That was terrorism, racism, and mass shootings all combined in one. How you gonna give somebody a choice of what was worse, or what did they fear the most? I don't get that. To me, they're all dangerous. And the fact that now the majority of the interviews, the majority of the talks about these mass shootings at these schools, the majority of people in the interview are white, as though black kids weren't victims in some of these shootings. There were two mass shootings in my hometown. One actually happened right downtown at the school. Another one happened right just outside the suburb of the city, not far from where I grew up. And then there was another mass shooting at a nearby mall, not far from the one that happened in Chardon. Wow. My thing is this. Oh, yeah. Also, don't forget about what happened down in Texas, too. And I'm going to get to that in a second, because I feel that this country is not doing enough to try to get rid of or try to enact gun control. You're just not. What they're coming up with now are excuses for trying to control it, but not real solutions for trying to control it. In lies a big problem right there. You got politicians who want to haggle instead of just doing their fucking job. And that's where I'm growing really tired of that. These guys get paid all this goddamn money and don't do it, and don't come up with any real solutions to address the problems. Not just about the mass shootings and about terrorism that happened on down in Texas, because Lord knows they won't label this guy a terrorist. They just say he's a guy that had a couple of personal issues, and that was it. The guy was a terrorist. And the people behind him, and I'm sure he ain't the only one, are terrorists. Let's be real about that. No one wants to address the elephant in the room. That's a fact. You know? No one wants to talk about it, but it's a problem that needs to be addressed. You know? And rumors has it that the law enforcement down there had the guy on their watch. You know? That's what the rumor was. I don't know it to be 100%, but I wouldn't be a bit surprised, to be honest. Because all of a sudden, they didn't actually have a real description of this guy. And then one day, he got caught. What does that tell you? They had to know that he was already being surveillance. They had to know that. That's number one. Number two, he didn't just do this by himself. I don't believe he did. Number three, they try to double him down from being a terrorist to just an average guy, which is bullshit. For somebody to do what he did, he ain't just an average guy. They try to water him down as the suspect that he is. And somebody actually talked about it on the news last night, where they tried to elevate Trayvon Martin as a thug, and he was a victim. Finally, a news organization pointed that out. Now, when it comes to black victims, they treat them like suspects. I actually was watching a story on YouTube last night where they talked about that. How black victims of crimes are always treated like suspects. And especially in the case of police brutality or racial bias towards suspects or innocent people who they claim to be suspects. There was one guy, black guy, I think there was some kind of news report where a guy, I don't know if he was working for the news station or something, and he asked the officer, how can I file a charge against a police officer at the police station? You know that officer would not give him an answer? He just harassed the brother the whole time. Why does that not surprise me? Because over half the racists that are out here are in law enforcement. That's a known fact. They are. That's been proven. I'm not talking out of turn about it. No. But, and I'm not condoning I'm not a violent person. I don't condone that kind of stuff. I don't condone it on either end. But what I am saying is, internally, the police departments have to actually do a much better job of cracking down on police officers who behave the way they do towards citizens. They have to. Their mindset must be changed about the way we talk to people of color. By police officers. Because we're always suspected of something no matter what. I got stopped by a police officer about almost 10 years ago. And of course, he's asking you questions and you try to talk to him and he just double talk you when you're in the middle of talking, just like he's trying to find a reason to get you in trouble. You know. Yeah, but it's a shame that people won't view us for who we are. I'm hoping the March for Life today, or the Rally for Our Lives, whatever you call it, is a game changer for this country. I'm hoping so. You know. Don't know that for certain, but I can tell you one thing won't happen. They won't be attacking the white kids when they go protest. No. They don't do that. They only fuck with the black kids all the time. And I'm tired of that. You know, we march for the same type of things, and yet we get messed with. At some point, the nonsense got to stop, and the reality for us to come together needs to begin. Hopefully, sooner than later. This is DJ Wolf. That's all I got for right now. Of course, the comments on this, I can be reached at for all to hear. gmail.com. This is my email access you can get me to. And my email address is djwolflive@gmail.com. That's djwolflive@gmail.com. I can also be reached at for all to hear on my Twitter page, also known as DJ Wolf. And also, I can reach my email address, djwolflive@aol.com. And finally, my Facebook page is DJ Wolf Live, or you'll find it in Facebook as DJ Wolf Live. Hit the space bar and then type in page. All right, guys, it's DJ Wolf. That's all I got for right now. I'll probably be doing the live podcast later on. Little Beast supposed to come by tonight, and I get him live in the studio. We're gonna get an open discussion on Spreaker, and hopefully, if I can get it up again this time, Blog Talk Radio with a live call in. All right, it's DJ Wolf. I'm out.